We live, right? All right, cool. What's going on, everybody? This is the Connect, and this conversation with the Connect every Wednesday. We're on bldradio.com every Wednesday at 8 p.m. for conversations with the Connect. And today, later on, a little later on in the show, I am going to have Makaya's mom. She's going to come through. But until she gets here, I want to let's talk about community and the importance of it. Um, so I feel like when things are happening, good, bad, and ugly, it's very important to have, the support of community around you. It's important to feel like, like you might make mistakes, you might fall down, but there are people around you that are going to, keep it real with you, one, let you know, hey, you might not be doing everything you need to do to reach your maximum potential. You can do more, you can say more, and you're not taking offense to that because sometimes people see things in you that you have not, you didn't even know. You didn't even know. You haven't even tapped into your greatness yet. Like when certain people, especially like what always catches me off guard is people like I might just meet somebody and they're saying powerful things to me. Like they're like, I see this for you, and you should do this and you should do that. It kind of sounds like it's like a message from God. Like somebody told me to speak these words, and words are very powerful. So I feel like growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, shout out to Memphis, Tennessee, East Memphis, Tennessee to be exact. Proud Wooddale High School alumni in Memphis. That community was like everything. It was everything to us growing up. I can remember playing in the PAL League. I don't know if they still do that. The Police Athletic League, like the whole police situation was way different than it was like right now. It's a lot going on right now. But back then, like our police officers in our community were heavy in our community. Like they knew my mama and them. Like there's no way I could be doing things that I wasn't supposed to do because everybody knew I wanted to play basketball, and so it was certain people that just wouldn't let me be bad if I wanted to. Like it was certain people that was around me at the time that was like, "Why are you hanging out with such and such? And why are you hanging out with such and such?" And I'm like, I don't get it at the time. I'm like, that's my friend. Like that's my best friend. They like, nah, you need to watch out for such and such and such. But when you like so cool and best friends used to be like, oh my God, it's my best friend. Let's hang out. Everybody not good for you, and there's certain people in the community that help you. You don't even think about it until you get older. I can remember it's a community center right across the street from my house. We lived in the community center. We did everything in the community center. Shout out to McFarland Community Center on Cottonwood Road. Everything happened there. All the events, summer camps. Uh, like one of my exes, I got to throw a graduation. Like it's so many different things that happened in the community center, and it kept me out of a lot of trouble. Like I couldn't get in trouble because I just wanted to play basketball. When the gym was closed, they still let me stay. Hey, nobody else can have free play, but Angelica, you work on your game. Like they just always made sure I was good, and so I would like for us to just continue to grow and just understand the importance of community. Um, I think we get back to that, we can accomplish a lot more. But community doesn't always have to mean neighborhood. All right. It could be like the group of people that surround you that actually care about you. I'll give you an example. I'm a part of a drumming ensemble called Hawaiian Matu. I love it. It's just amazing. Like just super dope, talented black women, just very strong willed, educated, driven. Like I'm just like when I first did my apprenticeship, I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I need to be a part of this. Like sign me up. How do I get a part of this? Cause I don't know. Like most of the time when it's a lot of women involved, things get messy, things get catty. It's a lot of gossip. It's a lot of BS. It's a lot of passive aggressive nature, but it's just not like that. It's just not like that at all. It's just like it's a lot of love. It's a lot of support. We all have lives going on outside of the ensemble, but it just feels good to be around strong, Black women, so many mothers. It's just so much love and it's fun. And we're talented. Like y'all have to come to one of the shows. Like it's like an amazing show. Like I'm not even gassing it because I'm a part of it. Like it's just really dope. Telling our stories, telling our stories from the African diaspora. That's very important. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So I consider that my community. Like we legit like Mama Sami, Mama Saran, like my sister, like all of that. My big sister, like it's a lot. It's like my family. It's my family because I'm not my folks not here, so that's like one of the communities. That's one of the communities I'm a part of. But like I'm a very social person, but I'm a very caring person and I'm a very proactive person. If I see something I don't like and I can evoke change in a positive way, I'm going to attach myself to it in some way. If I see um, somebody who's more so like me, got so many different talents and entrepreneurship and the drive, and if I can help in any way, then I'm gonna go help. Like that's just who I am. And it's cool being around a whole bunch of driven, dope, different people that's doing a lot of different things. It helps me. It helps to push and drive me and make me a better me. And so what type of communities are you guys a part of? Like who would you say like is in your community of friends? Like who are the people around you who help you grow, who help keep you out of trouble, who put you on game, and just who tell you about yourself. Um, Never be afraid to grow and take feedback. I think that a lot of people struggle with taking feedback. I used to struggle with taking feedback, and accountability as well. But as you grow, and you become more self aware. It can't always be the other person, or it can't always be someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta own up. And if somebody is telling you something that's gonna help you grow, uh, personally or professionally, just take it in. If you feel like it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But if you feel like it's something that's gonna help you grow, listen to people. Sometimes you just gotta listen to people. Excuse me. Oftentimes conversations come off not as full communication, but it's listening to respond. So what that looks like is, all right, I'm shaking my head, I'm giving you eye contact, but I'm not really listening and taking in the information that you're actually giving me. What I'm actually doing is waiting for my chance to talk because you probably already said some stuff that made me upset, and so when you communicate that way, you didn't take in any of the information that has been given to you. Um, just make sure like you're not on defense mode all the time. Like everybody ain't hating on you. Some people really just trying to put you on game to see you grow, to see you flourish, and to see you reach your maximum potential. You know what I mean? That's another importance, of that community, like working so hard, having that love, having that encouragement. If you do fall, if you do stumble, having somebody to be there, okay, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like everything's gonna be cool. Like we all fall down sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But let me help you get back up. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. Like, don't quit on yourself. When people don't have that community, like it's easy to give up when stuff gets hard. You don't have nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get down on yourself. Especially if I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody or anything, but if you lack mental toughness, then it's gonna be really, really hard. But I say just like people feed into you and help you in your communities, or whatever you're a part of, I say pay it forward. It's really, really important. If we want us to start working more collectively, we think like we can work together more collectively. What can you do to make like put it back on you? A lot of times, when there are problems, it's just a lot of talk about the problems. Oh, this is going wrong, or this is terrible, or this could be better. Okay, so how can we fix it? What can we do? You know, like I don't like to dwell too much on the problem, the problem, the problem, the problem, the problem. Okay, we've talked about this several times. I'm not about to keep reading about the problems unless we bring the solutions to the table. Realistic solutions. Um, and it's important, like, if we're coming up with solutions to major problems, especially in communities, like, let people feel heard. Don't, oh, that's a terrible idea. Dang, I'm trying to be a part of the solution. You ain't gotta, you know what I mean? I say when you're trying to do anything, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard working collectively with people. Communication is key, but also how you say what you say. Like that can make or break a lot of things. How you say what you say. Make sure that you I mean a lot of people get a lot of emotion and they be like, I'm not trying to be this, but I'm just passionate. And you can be passionate, but just stick to the facts of the situation. All right, if it's a problem, let's come up with a solution. If the solution that we came up with didn't work, okay, what else can we do? It's a lot of different plans, a lot of different people. And so in order to work collectively and bridge those gaps of the disconnect, let's just be more positive, like a positive approach. Also, what works is a strength-based approach. What that means is we know what you're really, really good at. Let's talk about the things that you're not so good at. And let's get together and plan how we can make these weaknesses strengths. It's possible. You know what I mean? I think it's important when you talking about anything or coming together, talk about the good stuff. Talk about the things that are going well. Well, we did this and we organized this and we have this fundraiser coming up. We did this, and this is going really, really well. But these things right here are a struggle. All right. Oftentimes we dwell too much on the negative and then things just become really, really, really negative. And they don't have to be. Um, so currently, right now on Conversations with the Connect, we are talking about community, the importance of community, making sure you're a part of a good community. And also, if you want to chime in on the importance of community, you can give me a call at 470-708-1833. Once again, it's 470-708-1833. All right. And so what I mentioned earlier is growing up, that community center pretty much like helped me out a lot. And so if I had to think about it, people always ask me like people always ask me like what's next for you? Like what do you want to do next? Like what do you see yourself doing? Or what do you want to do with all the things that you've been doing? And if I had to really like put it together and tell y'all like what I wanted to do, I really would. I really, really would just create a community center with all the things that I'm surrounded with in different sections. I think that would be super duper dope to do because I have a West African drumming studio, you know what I mean? But then I know photographers and I know artists and I know music artists and I know so many different types of people. So it'll just be like the dopest creative community center ever. You know what I'm saying? And so community is very, very important. Having a strong sense of self and knowing what you need to impact those communities, they're very, very, very vital. And so we're gonna take a quick break, really, really quickly. But coming soon to the show today, we have an interview with Makaya's mom, and we're gonna talk about kind of touchy topic. We're talking about gun violence in the community. But real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back.
It's not coming through the field.
Huh?
It's not coming through the field. That's not coming through the field. What? That. Back there. The music. The music back there.
Oh, this is the track.
Uh, From music.
Yeah.
You got Bluetooth and you got this
You got Bluetooth to there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, doing that. Yeah, yeah. So now you picking. Picking.
All right, that was Shine Together by Jay Scott, artist, independent artist from Jackson, Mississippi. That's J.SKYY. Follow him on Instagram at Sky So High. Also follow me underscore A Harris Connect on Instagram, on Facebook, Angelica Stick Harris. And also, if you a weekly listener of Conversations with the Connect, we're here every Wednesday on BODradio.com at 8 p.m. If you're a weekly listener, man, and you like what you hear, and you tell people about what you hear, first of all, let me say I appreciate you. I appreciate all the love shown and all the love given. Also, tell more people to tune in and check out my podcast on YouTube. Cool, Calm, and Connected on YouTube. My name is Angelica Harris. Cool, Calm, and Connected. It's more so I created a platform. I created a platform for people who are like me. When I say like me, I mean like just full of like a lot of creativity, just a lot of different skills, a lot of different talents. But also, like, I don't know. I'm just like a different type of person. Like I want to help you any way that I can. And I could just met you. Like I don't know you from Adam, but I'm like, nah, I see what you got going on. I see where you going with this. Yo, let me help you. You know, let me connect you to what you need. Let me connect you to anybody that can help you in any type of way. With your life, help you get your bread up, help you get your skills up. Like whatever I can do to help you, let me help you. And so, what Cool Common Connected is, it's just interviews with people that I am closely connected to currently. And just basically, you know, how it started, how we're growing, what we're doing, who you are. I just say, what all you do? You know, somebody asked me that one day. That's how I came up with the idea for Cool Common Connected. Somebody asked me that one day, like, "Hey, what all you do? I heard you do this. What all you do?" And I'm just going through my head. So when I do this, I do a lot. I do a whole bunch. And so Cool Common Connected, it just ties everything together. And it's on YouTube, and you just learn a lot. And a lot of people been reaching out. They're interested in coming, you know, on the show, on the radio show, on the podcast. If you're interested in coming on bodradio.com with me, man, just let me know. We can set something up for sure. If you're a black owned business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you listen, if you're a startup, if you're thinking about possibly maybe stepping out on faith and leaving your job, like connect with me. Connect with me. Like I'm not trying to be like, hey, just quit your job and come on. I'm not there yet. I will be one day. I'm not there just yet. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like that if you have a vision and you just like can't sleep at night, I want to do this. I want to do this. You can't do it. Life is so short. Life is super short. You just never really know. And you also want to live a fulfilled life. Like, who wants to live a miserable life? Like, I'm just living, I'm just out here trying to make it. Like, every day feels like it's getting harder and harder. That's not a good life to live. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just gonna let you know. So yeah, check out Cool Common Connected on YouTube. Angelica Harris is my name. And you know, let me know what you think. Let me know your feedback. Earlier in today's show with Conversations with the Connect, we're just talking about like having a strong sense of community and making sure that you're around people that's gonna help you grow and develop and become the best version of yourself. And how that is very impactful, not just to you know adults having that support, but kids need that support. Kids need that mentorship. Kids need to know that they have a trusting adult in their life. Trust between kids and adults is essential. So they need that. They need that sense of self. They need that sense of pride. You know, when you say pride in something, you move a little bit different. Like if I know like, hey, listen, my name is on this. Like I know I can do this. I can put the work into it. Like it's just a different you know type of feeling. And so when you know people have your back, that's a different type of feeling for real. Oftentimes we always deal on the people who don't have our back. Oh my God, they're hating all this other stuff. But shift your focus a little bit. I challenge you. I positively challenge you to shift your focus just a little bit, and you'll see things from a different lens. And once you start doing that, you'll see it's people out here that really care about you. They want you to be great. They want you to succeed. They're willing to invest in you. They might not, even if they don't have the coins per se to invest in you, emotional support is important too. Somebody just to hear me out. Man, I'm going through it today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My rent due, my bills due. I'm just trying to make this work. I'm trying to live out my dreams and all that. Sometimes you just need to get your stuff off and you just need to listen to ear. Not nobody to tell you what you need to do. Just after listening. It helps. It helps with character development to know that you have somebody, you know, that's there for you and has your back. And I just feel like I have a lot. I had to think about it one day. Like I have a lot of dope black men around me. Like I have a lot of strong black men around me that are constantly pushing me to be better and constantly pushing me to reach my full potential. And they're not blowing smoke on my butt and just telling me, "Oh, you're amazing" all the time. Like they keep it real. Like you need somebody to keep it real with you, especially when you're trying to develop and grow. And like I feel good about the people that are around me right now. Like, I feel good. I can make a phone call and get this done, make a phone call and get this done. I can say, hey, I got an idea. I want to do this. And they're like, okay, how we gonna do it? When we gonna get it done? Like that's gonna help anybody who is moving in a certain way get to the level of success that they need to get to. And so I just want to shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Green, man. Shout out to Q for having me on BLD Radio. Shout out to Q, NaQuinton. Shout out to J Sky. Who else? I don't miss nobody that I ever said. Shout out to Ace Boogie, man. Making me look good. Shout out to Duran. It's a whole bunch of dope people who we might have engaged on some business and entrepreneurship, but they understand my passion and my drive and my focus and what I'm trying to do. And they just like, yo, you're dope. Like, let's go. Like, keep going, keep going, keep moving. You do this, this gonna help with this. If you do this like this, and it's gonna look like this. And it's just dope. It's dope, you know, for to one to be heard. Two, to just have support, to just have access to community, to just know I can pick up the phone and no matter what time I call them, they can answer the phone. Like it's for me, it's super big too, cause I ain't had my dad growing up. Like we moved from Chicago to Memphis, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? So but he's always been kind of like a strong man around me to help push me. Now it's like a group of them, so we really don't want to smoke with me for real. I'm just saying. Like, shout out to Will too, that's my boy. But yeah, that community is important. The communication is important. Growing is important. Um, being your best self is important. Giving back is important. Paying it forward is important. Mentorship is very important. So if you have the time and the opportunity to possibly let's say curate an event in your community or provide some type of mentorship services to, it doesn't have to be like super duper organized. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to a community, so we're gonna start a mentorship program. That's not what I'm saying. If you see right up the street, if he don't get some mentorship, he's not gonna go down the wrong. He's gonna go down the wrong path. And I got time to do this with him, do this with him. He look like he play a little ball. Take him, work on his, work on his ball handling, work on his skills, get involved in his like. Sometimes kids need like a consistent adult presence. They just know you're gonna be the same person every time I see you. Every time I see you, you're gonna be the same person. You're gonna do this for me. You're gonna do this for me. You're gonna follow through with your word. You're gonna communicate, good, bad, or ugly. Like it's important. It's important. I feel like we need to get back to it. If you are somebody that, she not talking to me because I can do da 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 in the community. That's what's up. Man, share the love, share the resources, tell other people how they can do what you're doing. If you see somebody that possibly be a good mentor in the community, like put them on. Hey man, I think if you work with this kid right here, I know you know what I'm saying, but if you work with this kid right here, this can happen. Do that. I feel like it's important. Like I always talk about, like I always ask people one of the main things I ask people all the time is, so what are you doing for your community currently? I think that's a question that throws them off because they don't expect me to say things like that. But I'm confused at you because um you don't expect me to say stuff like that. This is what I'm down with. This is what I always been about. Um, like, excuse me, Thomasville Heights community. Shout out to Thomasville Heights community. Shout out to Slater Elementary School. Shout out to Price Middle School. Shout out to Carver High School. But that's like really my community. That's really the community that since I've been in Atlanta, I've been blessed to do the most good. I'm grateful for every interaction with every kid at Price Middle School, any other school that I'm at. Watching last year, the eighth graders that I had been working with since they were in like fourth grade, they graduated. They graduated. It was crazy. I felt like a proud parent. I'm like, what? Like they're really they're gone. Like I feel like a proud parent. Like I said, but just from like drumming, drumming up and up, opened up a lot of doors for me to help. build relationships, trusting relationships with kids. I'm the same person when I come in. Like I'm the same. I'm consistent. I don't yell at any of the kids at all. I'm very like, hey, so what's going on? Let me tell you what we're gonna do today. Please don't kill my vibe. Like the energy's gonna be good. We're gonna have a great time. If you want to be a part of what's going on, you go ahead and sit over there. You know what I mean? It's that drumming, hey mom, that drumming community is important. It's a different type of community. Like it builds structure. It builds just you believing in yourself. Like just try. You got it. Get the rhythm. Get the rhythm. It also helps therapeutically. It also helps let kids express themselves through music. You know how it is when you go to like a recital and you like, man, I don't want to go to no kids recital, man, because these kids ain't gonna play that music right. It's just gonna sound crazy. It's never their response with our drums in our drum circle. It's never their response. Everybody's amazed. They're like, oh my gosh, how long has he been playing? I said about 3 months. He been with me 3 months. This is amazing. I'm like, yeah, like showing kids that how to be committed to something. Shout out to the drip drummers because that's what I'm talking about. Showing kids how to be committed to something and in a circle and involved and bought into something and having that sense of community. And I talk to their parents and we on the same page. And I just think that moving forward, if you see a problem in your community or anything like that, you should speak on it. You should talk about it. You shouldn't just, that don't got nothing to do with me. That's not my concern. Like being involved in your community and showing up for the next generation of kids and mentorship, that's very, very important. And if you see something that you can change, then go ahead and change it. But really quickly, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna have Makaya's mom come in for our interview. So give me just 1 second, Instagram. Hey,
So sorry.
it's okay. Where you want to sit? You want to sit over? You want to sit up? You want to sit right?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, that's the camera right there.
Okay.
Come on, you come. You already gonna be on camera, so
Yeah,
just sit right
listen,
there.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't. This not even me. I'm not from here. Thought I knew where I was going. Whole time I was going the opposite way where I supposed to be. Let me spit this gun off because I don't want to be.
This is Danetta. This is Kareem. He owns
Hey.
everything.
How
He's
you
the boss.
doing? We all bosses.
I just like messing with you. What? It's too loud. What happened?
Over your music here.
It's not loud.
Yeah, she playing.
I don't know. You know how to do it. Which headphone? Kareem. Which headphone?
You know,
Oh, get this one.
This one. Okay.
Not bad. It's all good. You still ain't playing?
he had it off.
It just want this.
All right, we back with conversations with the Connect. We have Makaya's mom. How you doing today? Good. All right, a little bit closer. All right. All right. So what's going on? Tell me your name and where you from. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm Donetta Wilson. I'm from DC. All my life, 38 years. Well, 37. I've been here now 14 months.
14 months. All right. So let's kind of just get right on into it. So like, what brought you to Georgia?
Well, I've been actually wanting to come here for so long. I had 5 kids, so it wasn't easy to just move to another state. So basically, I just, took my time, and then when Kanye got killed, it was like, yeah, it's time to go. I
Right.
love my state, but it was just time for a fresh start.
Okay. First time. So let's talk about Makai. What happened?
July the 16th,
Just get a little bit closer. I got you. I got you. All right.
July the 16th, 2018, both of my kids were shot. I have a survivor, which is Najee. That's my oldest. She's 20, she will be 23 this year. Micaiah was 10 at the time. She would have been 14 this year. A regular summer day, July 16th. Micaiah was being a kid. She had did a couple things that day. Went to the pool, spent time with her sister, her big sister, and her god sister. And we just like it was a regular hot summer day. Um, on the way from her coming back from the ice cream truck and inside the house, she went back outside and it was a shooting.
Right.
Micaiah didn't make it. So that's why I have my child in heaven and my survivor. Both of my kids were shot that day.
Right. I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, Makai.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how, like, after that happened, that's clearly a traumatic event,
Yeah.
right? And so after that happened, what was the support like for you? Like, do you feel like people were there? Do you people like, what was the support like from your community? Like, what was that like?
At the time, actually, it was terrific. It was amazing. I don't know what's the best word to use for it, but it was a lot of people around. It was people that's around me now that say, dang, I couldn't even get to you because it was like everything was so, intense and everybody was around. So at the time of my daughter murder, yeah, it was support from everywhere, literally.
Right. And so, did you seek therapy or anything like that after it happened? Like when you were going through the grieving process?
Not at the time, still not. 4 years later, I just basically, I pray more, a lot more. I used to back then, but I pray a lot more. I try to be a lot more family oriented with my kids. My kids always tell me, even back then, I have so many videos and pictures of Micaiah. They be like, "That's all you did was take pictures." But that's my thing. I love to take pictures, memories. Never knowing that would happen. But now with so many videos and memories that I do have. So, I definitely just try to change different things from what I do, especially with my kids, and they're growing and grown. So, I have grandkids now. So,
Wow. Okay, you're a grandma?
yes,
What?
5 and 2.
Who granny look like this? What? Okay. All right. So I saw recently you celebrated Makai's 14th birthday. So what was that like?
Always like it's bittersweet because Micaiah, she's so amazing. I always tell people she was an angel on earth before heaven. So she always wanted me to be that tough mommy. So when I'm sad, she like, Mom, get it together. You why I'm like, Micaiah, it's one of those days. So honestly, the emotional part, I get through it a lot because of her, and I remember those days. So it's kind of like when I'm sad, I think about that, like, oh wow, okay, Micaiah, I got you. So for her not to be able to be here and celebrate her 14th birthday, of course, it's sad. I want to know how she look at 14, what she would want to do. I think of the things that I think because, like I said, Micaiah was turned up, but it's like I want her to be here planning her 14th birthday. So it's just like I try to do it for my kids and still for her. So it's just like okay, I had still had my times in my days, but I just for the most part wish she was here to plan it. But we gonna turn up for her.
Sure. So how, why do you feel like it's so important to keep her memory alive?
I think because she was 10. And like I said, I don't wish this on nobody, no different age. You know, it was definitely tragic for me and my family. So it's just that. I think Micaiah was, like I said, an angel on earth before in heaven. So I just want to make sure her memory was definitely, just people know her. People know who she was. She was definitely like for her to be 10, she wanted to do stuff with the community. Everything that I do now for my foundation, I do it because of her. I wanted to find a way to keep her name alive, but I didn't know the best way. So to be able to represent her, I want to represent her in her way. So she always wanted to get out in the community, clean up, feed the homeless for sure. Anything that happened to kids, she just wanted to be there. She always wanted like a crowd around her. That's why I tell people that she just was that girl. She wanted to make sure that just everybody was okay. She just wanted everybody to be good, and that's just Makai. That's how it was that day. She wanted to go outside and check on the sick, go outside and check on the men in the neighborhood, but she just was that big spirit. She had that spirit. So I want to keep her name alive, to make sure that people knew who she was and what she was about. And then that's my baby, so we got to turn up because I know any other way around, Makai won't turn up for us. She turning up for us to this day. She keep us alive.
Right. All right. So tell me about the foundation. When did it start?
I started it actually a couple of months after she passed. I want to say I maybe got paperwork and stuff situated maybe in August, but officially started with it maybe like September.
Mhm.
It was rough. It was expensive. It was like at the time, I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, what can I do to keep her name alive? So it was definitely a lot to learn, and I'm still learning 4 years later. So dealing with a nonprofit and dealing with different people, it's different things that you have to do with grants and making sure you get donations and stuff like that. I had a good support team when it, like I said, when it first started. I still have a team that's on my side still to this day, which is Code 3. But as far as like associates, family and friends, a lot of people was, trying their best, but a lot of people got things going on too. So I
Right.
do respect that. So it's just like it was back and forth with, like I said, with the support. When it first happened, it was like on point, but as it came down with the foundation, it was kind of different. But like I said, right now to this day, I have one company, Code 3. They have my back too from then to now. So
Right.
I appreciate it regardless, but I do wish that I can kind of push it out more with the foundation to be able to get into that, and learn a lot myself. And that's what I've been doing
Right.
since I've been out here learning more about grants and stuff because I never knew about that.
Right.
I've been a hairstylist for 20 years. So
Okay.
getting into this, I'm learning as I'm trying to keep my daughter's name alive as well.
All right. And it's called Micaiah's Foundation.
Micaiah Lee Wilson Foundation.
Micaiah Lee Wilson Foundation.
Yeah, I use her whole name.
Okay. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. And so, what all have you been able to do with the foundation so far in the last 4 years? Like, do you do any community things? Like, tell me about it.
We did so far. We did a lot. If you have a chance, you guys is listening and have a chance. I do have a foundation page, but it's I'm basically redoing it now since I moved out here.
Rebranding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Micaiah Scouts is definitely up and running. Of course, my page, Micaiah's mom, is up and running. So a lot of things are on Micaiah Scouts. It says that the mayor of DC gave Micaiah a day. So July 16th is actually her day.
All right.
We fed the homeless. I can't even count. We did a lot of times. I'm trying to get again more into that since I've been out here.
Right.
We gave baskets to moms that lost their children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we did Halloween parties for the neighborhood, passed out candy and treats. Um, we did, I won't say a lot of outreach, but I did certain neighborhoods. I went around, talked to the kids, and passed out snacks and stuff like that. But far as with Mackay Scouts, we've been up and running with that now for a good 2 years. So
Okay.
that's a good program as well. Still under Micaiah Foundation, but we use that. We actually is partner with Girl Scouts.
All right.
So they let me get a name as Micaiah Scout and give the
That's
Girl Scout number.
dope. That's so dope.
So
That's
I actually
super
just
dope.
started here last Sunday with the girls. So I got 4 girls.
Okay.
This Sunday I'll have 6 girls, and we'll be meeting every Sunday.
And what y'all mean about?
Different Sundays, I want to do different things with them. Back home, we was more activities. We did sip and paint. I took them out to feed the homeless as well.
Mm-hmm.
We did a couple of activities, skating parties and stuff like that. People did come out and support for that as well. But this time it's a little different. I'm bringing them more too because this is my shop. I was at the sweep back home.
Right.
So I'm bringing them in, actually teaching them how to do locks and braids. Of course, they so young, so they can't get an actual license.
That's
But
dope,
they can
though.
be right for them to
Yeah.
be so young, 8 and 9 and 10,
Yeah.
actually learn to braid. They're excited about it.
That's what's up.
So that's the only thing I'm gonna do different. It's still kind of the same. We're gonna do our Girl Scout cookies and things, but I'm just trying to teach them more on entrepreneurship. So I'm gonna teach them how to braid. My daughter do waist beads and stuff like that. So this Sunday, last Sunday we just did meet and greet. That's our first day.
Mhm.
This Sunday, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she'll be in with them, teaching them how to do what she do, which is waist beads and stuff like that.
Right.
We can't, of course, let them work with any chemicals and stuff like that. So we definitely gonna keep it legit. But every Sunday, I'm trying to do different things.
Okay.
So we're gonna still do our lemonade stands, Girl Scout cookies and stuff like that. But we're going to just bring in more activities.
All right, I think that's dope. There's got a lot of different resources. So I
Okay.
think something that'll be cool too is bring somebody to talk about financial literacy. Let's go ahead and talk about it early. You
Yeah,
know
because
what
I
I'm
definitely,
saying?
that's what I want every Sunday.
Right.
I want to start reaching out now because I didn't know at first how many how many kids would I have, so I didn't know who to actually reach out. But I want to reach out to exercising,
Mhm.
yoga,
Yeah.
you now, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Different type of, because every Sunday I definitely want to do something different.
Mhm.
One Sunday out of the month, I give them every Sunday.
Okay.
So one Sunday out of the month, they'll have like we call it fun day. So we'll have them for 4 hours, but the other Sundays they'll be different too.
Okay.
They get a snack, they eat, and whatever activity we'll be doing.
Right.
So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm blessed even to have 6 girls. I only been here, short time. So just to put it out there and, even to have them show up. So I'm excited.
Real quick, I want you to tell everybody where they can follow everything you just said. If you
Okay.
need to spell it out, go ahead and let them know. Like where
Okay.
first where they can follow you, then the foundation and the scouts.
Okay. My page is Makaya's mom. It's MAKIYAHS. And
Underscore.
yes,
Gotcha. I got you.
thank you. Underscore mom. And Makaya Scouts is just like her name, Makaya Scouts. Everything is spelled correctly. Um, and that's it. Like I said, the foundation page, I'm redoing that one. So I'm kind of about to merge the Scout and the foundation page together. So mostly you can find everything for the foundation on Makaya Scouts page.
Okay. And with the scouts, what's the age group?
8 to 14.
8 to 14. That's a great age group.
Yeah, and we got juniors, so that way, if the girls that do want to come in, that's over 14, they could actually work in the shop. Like on the weekends, they could come in and actually wash hair and stuff like that. So they'll be basically junior scouts.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
I work at a middle school
Okay.
and I'm in the Thomasville Heights community.
Okay.
So I work at a middle school, but I got ties in the high school. So if y'all got
Okay.
flyers and stuff like that, I can definitely.
Yes, because I definitely need your help with that part.
For sure.
Yeah, I want to get in. I want to do something with the proms this year for any kid that was affected by gun violence or parent passed away in gun violence. I tried to do it last year, but I was late in the game, so
Right.
I didn't even know. My son is in Creekside High School, so
Okay.
I wanted to start with him. But even like I said, we just had moved to this side, so it was kind of late trying to get everything situated. So I definitely want to get into that this year.
Okay. Yeah, I think that. Listen, we're gonna talk more after the show.
Okay.
Well, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I can also teach drumming too. I can teach your
Okay.
girls drumming. I
Okay.
can just pull up with some. You got 6 girls, 6 drums.
Okay.
That'd be cool too, because I teach it as a form of therapy.
Right. And this one girl in
Yeah.
there, that's so crazy. She wanted to do music.
Okay,
So
cool.
she was like,
Yeah.
Miss Nettis, we gonna do anything music? I said, everything all the girls wanna do, I got a journal.
Yeah.
So when they come in, they write like a little message towards everything and to me. So that way I can better the program. So I wanna be able to, help everybody out. If you're not really into hair, yeah, you gonna learn, but I wanna do something you wanna do as well. So she definitely wanted to do music and she was into that, so that's interesting.
All right. So
Yeah.
what she said, y'all, was the Micaiah Scouts every Sunday meet age group 8 to 14, different activities, teaching life skills, teaching about hair, teaching entrepreneurship. Wanted to grow, more girls to come. Where's the location?
At the shop as well.
Where's the shop located?
Forest Park.
And the shop is on the south side of Forest Park.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
super dope. Like I love community involvement. I
Yeah.
love volunteering. I
Mhm.
love things like that. We always talk about how like when kids have an idle mind though, they're gonna get
Yeah.
into something, but you're providing something. This is like, nah, girls love doing hair. My sister used to
Yeah.
tear a mannequin up. I'm like, girl, like
Yeah.
now she do hair. My
Yeah.
sister loctician, so
Okay.
it all came
Okay.
together
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And so what's next for you?
Um, just grinding and keeping Micaiah's name in the back, name her name. Sorry, keeping her name alive the best way I can, and just staying focused. It's definitely a first part out here, just me and my kids. So I'm like, you gotta take it to the next level at this point. No turning back now. So my biggest thing is just never to turn back and just keep pushing. I teach my girls that every day, and I'm just focused. Like I was explaining to you, the support when Micaiah first was killed, it was like, ooh, I just couldn't get a break. This room would be packed from here to the parking lot. But it's like now it was so much fake love.
Right.
So I get it, I get it, and I get angry, but a lot of times I know, and I tell myself I'm way better than that. So I can fight them more by ignoring.
For sure. But
Yeah.
sometimes things have to happen in a chaotic way for you to see things that you might have been you saw, but you do. Oh no, she wouldn't do it, but she's showing you.
Yeah.
You always have to believe somebody's actions. People always show you who they
Yeah.
are, and
Yeah.
real recognize real, and
Yeah.
real start looking fake. You
Mhm.
like, nah, this not, you know what I
That
mean?
part.
So, and also, everybody's not supposed to go to the next level with you. Sometimes you
Yes.
gotta let go of things and people that you thought was gonna be for you, and
Mhm.
it really the whole time it was hindering you to go for you to go to your next season.
Yeah.
So
Because
everything happens for a reason.
yeah, I feel like if somebody feels some type of way about you, that's why I told you we don't have to speak on the devil. You get what I'm saying? We moving to the
Facts.
next level. So I didn't even want to push too much on it. But I just feel like if somebody feel some type of way about you, they should tell you.
They should.
If you're a real person and not fake, nobody's gonna wait years and years to bring something on. Even if somebody make you mad, if
Right.
you that mad or you feel that type of way, you make it known. Nobody's gonna drag on along, be around you, support you, fake love. You get what I'm saying? And then spread rumors about you and spread lies. So you can't get mad at things like that. Gotta move forward. And
Yes.
even though it hurt as bad as seeing my child or hearing the words from people that you think was your friends or think that you love, it hurts. But when I go to sleep at night, I laugh, I pray, and I just like, thank you, Lord.
For
Thank you,
sure.
Lord. I pray for them. And people like, girl, what? You ain't do this, you ain't do this. Mm-mm, you're not gonna do that. For what?
You got it.
We
You get to
we
a certain
leveling
age,
up.
like you got too much to
Definitely.
lose. You
I'm
got a lot to
38.
lose. A
I
lot of
can't.
people don't got a lot to lose, so they're gonna try you, they're gonna test you, they're gonna
Yes.
scheme, they're gonna plot.
Yeah.
But when you got something to lose, you like, I'm finna be no, I'm
Right.
not
And
finna
if
go.
you're
No,
lying, this is the difference between a boss and somebody that have a lot of time. I don't have
facts.
time today.
Sure don't.
You got time today. I don't. But it's just like for you to lie, how can you get mad at that? What hurts me is people to pretend or to fake like you love my child or you did once love my child. I don't like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
takes me out of my curve because that's my child.
Right.
But no, when I like I said, when I go to sleep at night and then I see everything God didn't bring me in, I would say 14 months. I had my shop 8 months.
Right.
Clearly I'm here for a reason. So
Facts.
now it's just moving. Things gonna hurt you. But as long as nobody really be aggressive or put their hands on you, can't really worry about it. Even with that, trust me, Micaiah runs circles around people.
Right.
I told you that baby was an angel on earth before heaven. She didn't play about her mother or her dad. So
So how has your your transition been so
Mhm.
far from DC to Atlanta? Because those two different. Like, how has
Yeah.
it been?
When I first came here, it was a little different. I never moved to another state. I have been back and forth in Atlanta since I was maybe 21, or younger than that.
Yeah.
So, moving to Atlanta, it was different. We here, so it's like okay, went through a lot. Like it was different trying to find places. When I came here, I thought I had a place. that wasn't happening. So we ended up having to go into Airbnbs for a couple of months. So it was a challenge. But like I said, now honestly, with this more 15 months, I wouldn't have changed none of it. I'm happy, and it's just been a blessing. It's just trying to learn my way with this traffic. Back at home in DC, I could leave out and boom, I could be this way. Right now, I gotta give myself like an hour.
Got to.
So
Got
trying to
to.
learn the traffic and everything like that, you know, getting used to that. It's definitely been not have been a challenge. It's just been trying to adjust to it. That's it.
Okay, I give you the keys to traffic. I know. I got you 9 years in the game. So between the hours of about 4:30 p.m. and 7 o'clock, do not go outside because
Got
you're
you.
going to be in traffic
And that's always happened.
every day. Yeah, it's had bad traffic on a Saturday, Sunday. I
No.
don't know.
I was like, it's a
I
Sunday though.
don't know.
Yeah.
Brunch, girl.
Yeah.
People love brunch.
Yeah.
People love a good brunch now.
And
Listen.
it's like when I leave the shop, it's around that time, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But like if I leave early and try to think, okay, let me go ahead and go home early. No, you might as well just stay there because you're gonna be in traffic for about 2 hours.
That and school's back in. So
Yes.
between about 2 p.m. and about 3:45, don't go out there.
Yeah.
Between about 8:30 a.m. and about 10 a.m., don't go out there. You're not gonna go nowhere. You're just gonna be sitting in your car, wishing and hoping and praying. When I first moved out here, one of my homegirls was like, "So Angelica, what's it like to have 6 lanes on the highway?" I said,
Right.
"There's 6 lanes?"
Right. And
And
that's
we
what
still
everybody
not moving.
that come here and visit, they be like, the highway is so big. I'm like, yeah. But I think to be honest, I adjusted to that part. I just be riding past like, oh my God, another
Oh
accident.
yeah.
That part.
Don't
But
get caught in the trap.
I definitely make sure that I pay attention. Because one thing I tell my kids, don't worry about you. You got to worry about the other drivers. Worry about you. Let me not say that, but worry about the other drivers as well. So you got to drive for that. And now they're just so, the lanes are so much, man. They like, especially my other daughter, because one of my 21-year-old, she came down here after us. So we've been down here. She's been down here now for a couple of months.
Mhm.
So now that she sees, she's like, oh, I see what you was talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, because when we was telling her, like I said, we was down here, but she's down here a couple of months. So I think she'll be doing 12, about 13. In between it, we was down here before probably, even like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And she came down and she really see it now. And she drives. So she like, okay, when I get my car, wow.
Nah, I'm telling you, listen, whoever listening to this right now, write them hours down. That's
Yeah.
spot on. Do not go out there. You're gonna be fighting for your life in this trip. Do not go out there.
The real deal.
For real. All right. And so how do you feel like losing Micaiah really strengthened your relationship with your other kids?
It definitely in my household. So, it definitely put a big difference in my household. Sorry about that. It definitely put a big difference in my household. I keep going off. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Even my child that was shot. Everybody is different. I definitely know for a fact that it made us stronger.
Right.
Definitely my oldest as well. Like I said, she was shot. So different emotions definitely through the whole household. None of us never had counseling. We kind of helped each other out.
Mhm.
I am looking for that now. We have different outlets since we got out here because we've been on 4 years basically. We was on hold in DC for a minute to get the counseling. By the time it kind of like clicked in, we was moving here.
Okay.
So I don't object it at all. I'm actually looking for someone now for me and the family, so we could do like a family one because I definitely think it's much needed. I had counseling before, not for Makadia, and it was definitely much needed. Like I grew an amazing relationship. Like I needed that. So I think it's much needed. So it just changed everyone. My 18-year-old, her birthday is July 17th, the day after Kanye was killed. So she really just celebrated her birthday, just this birthday, because she turned 18. And I'm like, no, sis, we in Atlanta, we gotta figure this out. I get it, but we gotta figure it out. So she had an amazing time, but I'm glad that she did. But I get it with her. At first, I used to be like, I not understanding, but I had to even think back myself, like, I'm not sure how she feels. That's literally day after Kanye got killed. So, um, my son, he's the only boy. Micaiah was a tomboy, so she liked to play basketball and football for sure. So that day he was going to practice. Usually she go with him. She didn't go. So he changed. He different. Like I said, I told you about my one that was shot. And then my other one that's 21. It's just bittersweet for her. She had just had her daughter. They were real close. So abruptly for this to happen, it was just a big strain on all of us. So
Yeah,
definitely brought us closer, but everybody literally changed overnight since then.
that makes sense. So
Yeah.
have you ever thought about possibly starting a support group for mothers who lost their kids to gun violence?
I do. I left that out and DC was doing it. We had a 24-hour hotline too.
Okay,
So that was actually amazing.
right.
Talking to other moms, like a lot of people really was like, Netta, I don't know how you do it. Like,
Right.
man, I be needing to talk to you. I be needing to see you. Like, go to your page of motivation. I be like, me? Like me. Man, I be ready to crumble. You get what I'm saying? So I by hearing that, it was like, okay, cool. You never really know.
Right.
Especially going through what I'm going through. I'm like, I'm gonna help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I've got my own situation going on and I don't know. But hearing that just made me want to speak out because actually being around them, it's like a woosah. You get what I'm saying? Because you actually been through it. Being around other people, it's a tragic story. Oh my gosh, really been through that. But to actually be around a mom that had been through that, it's definitely comforting for me.
Right.
So I have my own support group that I talk to and deal with from like DC, but it's not like we don't have like a meeting or a Zoom, but that's definitely something that I'm working on because I did have it in DC and it was coming along, but like I said, I didn't really go too much into it because
Right.
I knew I was moving here, so it was gonna be kind of, but Zoom works. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna look more into that and see.
I
what
think
can do.
you should definitely do it. You should definitely bring, it's like a fresh start, really.
Yeah.
So that stuff that made you like help with the grieving process that you did do in DC, you should definitely go
Yeah.
and translate
Because
that
this
to
is definitely home
Georgia.
now. Yeah. And I'm
Absolutely.
trying to
And it's
transfer everything.
a lot of people who will be willing to like,
Yeah.
support, show up, help grow, tell
Mhm.
people, bring more awareness, excuse me, to you and the brand scouts and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm one of those great people because like I love stuff like this. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I want to applaud you and give you your flowers
Mhm.
for turning something so traumatic and tragic and painful into something that, well, that foundation, her name, her memory, like you're not going to let it die. And neither are the people that's a part of that.
That's
So it's
all.
just gonna keep going and
Yeah.
keep going and keep going through your family, through your grandkids, through you. And so it takes a lot of strength.
Yeah.
It takes a
Yeah.
lot of strength to say, man,
Lot
this
of
just
prayer.
happened, but I'm finna do this and I'm finna do this. And
Yeah.
I'm finna do this foundation and this is what you would have wanted and we're gonna keep doing this, okay, and just making it happen.
Yeah.
So that's a
Because
beautiful thing.
I do give myself time. I definitely keep myself busy.
Right.
But I definitely have my time. I don't try to block it away because I don't want to get overwhelmed or like, whew, so I definitely have my own pause and I will give myself that time. Or if I want to cry, I cry. I don't hold it in.
Absolutely.
But I definitely be strong for the kids. Yep.
All right, before we leave, I want you to give advice to any mother who has lost their child to gun violence. Like any advice you might have for them before we leave today.
I would just say, stay strong. Keep your baby name alive. I don't care who don't have time, who don't support,